So as you know, in the previous class, we learned to start a one list. Why we are using list to arrange to show your web page attractive way. We are using the list. First type of list we are learning, that is the order list. Why we are using the list? Whenever you arrange your data in a sequence, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that sequence. That purpose we are using the order list. Two attributes of the order list: type and the start. First, I'm doing the quick revision of OL, then go ahead with the. Okay, so you can see the screen. So I already create a structure of HTML. Now we are going to create the OL. So I'm firstly taking the one heading and with center also with the align equals to double quote center and using the H1 and write down the order list. So that's why you can easily identify it. Now, firstly, we are doing the OL and UL. So I'm doing the quick revision of that. So firstly, you have to use the OL. Secondly, for the items, insert the item from OL in the sequence 1 to 4. That purpose, we have to use the li list items. For example, maths.
Ma'am, why we have to write maths only?
Sorry.
Ma'am means only maths, ma'am. We can't write computer or science.
Write your name also. You can choose your options. It's not necessary that you have to write only the math. I am taking just example for you. मैं यहाँ पे सिर्फ एग्जाम्पल लिख रही हूँ दिखाने के लिए. आप कुछ भी यूज कर सकते हो, कोई भी लिस्ट बना सकते हो. For example, you are making a grocery list, so that purpose you have to list out the grocery. In place of the maths, you have to write down the grocery name. I'm doing this for only the example purpose. Then li open. Okay. Li close. That's it. Okay, one more I'm taking. Science. And I close. And OL also close. Control S. So show you the output first. Run it. If you understood the OL, then easily you can do the other list like a UL, definition list, and the nested list. Only the nested list is slightly different with the OL. Okay, here is your output. You can see in the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4. Two attributes we are using. Type. Which type OL you want to display. For example, you want to display the Roman one. So that purpose you have to write down the capital I. Control S. Okay, Control S and show you the output. So it will be changed with the Roman. When you want to be start, where you want to be start, for example, you want to start with the 5th number. So start equals to 5. F5, so it will be start from the 5. Now, we are going for the next list, that is the unordered list. What is the unordered list?
Ma'am, which list?
UL
Ma'am,
means
unordered list.
unordered list. Yes, I'm going to show you, don't worry. OL means order list. UL means unordered list. In the order, what will be happen? It will the icons means the list will be come in the sequence like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Then in the Roman also, in the alphabetical form also. But what happened in the UL, in the unordered list, it will be show the bullets. Right? In the unordered list, the points are bulleted. जैसे numbers आते थे, उसकी जगह पे bullets आएंगे. But bullets will be always depend on the browser. आपका ब्राउजर किस तरह का है, उस तरह से आपको डिस्प्ले होगा आपका आउटपुट. Some of the browsers are not supported all types of bullets. जैसे अभी आपको यहाँ पे दिख रहा है, it's a simple one, so it will be shown. Sometime whenever you are not writing anything, so it will be show this type of bullet. Whenever you are writing a circle, it will be show the only the circle. It will also support the square, but depend on the browser. ब्राउजर पे डिपेंड है कि आपका आउटपुट आपको डिस्प्ले होगा कि नहीं होगा. If you are writing a proper thing, but you cannot able to see the correct output, that time that is your not a mistake of yours. That is a fault of the browser. Remember students, whenever you're creating a web page with any language, कोई भी language से अगर आप web page बनाते हो, output is always depend on the browser. Even whenever you see the same input, same output for the input, that time both have a color variation. दोनों का कलर में भी वेरिएशन होगा, दोनों का कलर भी आपको डिफरेंट देखने मिलेगा अगर आप डिफरेंट ब्राउजर में उसका आउटपुट देख रहे हो. So remember, whenever you're creating a web page, it's totally depend on the browser. Output will be always depend on the browser. Now first, what is the UL? In place of OL, you have to just write down the UL. बाकी सब कुछ सेम ही रखना है. ऑर्डर लिस्ट में आप OL लिखते थे, अनऑर्डर लिस्ट में आपको UL लिखना है. That's it, nothing else. Okay. So let's take it. So what should you have to write? So firstly, again, I'm taking a heading for the unordered list. And writing the unordered list. Right? Now, what should you have to write to create an unordered list? Write the UL, LI, taking the same LI for all. So you can see the difference. So I'm taking the copy of it. UL closed and save it. I'm not using a single attribute here. मैंने अभी तक attribute का use नहीं किया हुआ है. So let's check the output. F5. So you can see the bullets are there. Because I'm writing the UL, that's why it will be show the bullets before the list. For example, there is only one attribute of the UL, that is the type. In the OL, there are the two type of attribute, type and start. For UL, there is only one type of attribute, that is a type. What is the meaning of type of UL? Means if you want to show the different bullets, for example, circle, square, arrow, for that purpose, you have to use the type attribute. Otherwise, it will be show the by default filled circle. Not a simple circle, it will show the filled circle. So first, I'm using the type attribute equals to double quote circle and save. Facing the F5, it's totally depend on the browser. You can see that here the difference. First, it will be show the filled circle. But whenever I'm writing the type equals to circle, it will show the unfilled circle. Let's see the changes again. मैं अभी इसको remove कर ले रही हूँ, तो आपको क्या होगा, डिफरेंस पता चलेगा दोनों के बीच में. Okay, again I saved it. F5. So पहले whenever I'm not using a attribute, that time it will be show the filled circle. यहाँ पे आपको filled circle दिखाई दे रहे थे. First attribute I'm using type equals to circle. That time now I'm pressing the F5. Please focus on the circle. I'm pressing F5, so it will be converted to the unfilled circle. It will convert it to the unfilled circle. You can take the another one, for example, in place of circle, you can write down the square. अगर आपका same output नहीं आ रहा है, that is not your mistake. That is the mistake of browser. It will be not show the output. So Control S. If my browser is supported to the square, so it will be show the output. If it's not supported, it will no show the square one. It will be show the by default filled circle to you. I'm pressing the F5, so it will be converted to the square. Some of the browser are supported, some of the browser are not supported. So it's not your mistake if you are unable to see the correct one. आपका नहीं दिख रहा तो आपकी मिस्टेक नहीं होगी. But if your code is correct, code wrong होगा तो output आपको display नहीं होगा. This is the unordered list. You can see the difference between the order and the unordered list. Now we are go ahead with the third one. That is the definition list. What is the meaning of definition list? Wait a moment, it's closed by mistake. So it's a definition list. What is the meaning of definition? Anyone can tell me? In your language, what is the
Ma'am,
meaning
your
of
screen is black. Yes, ma'am, now visible.
May I?
Sorry, can you please repeat and speak one by one?
Ma'am,
Yes, Arav.
so ma'am, definition means like that. It is means if there is any word and is asked about what is the definition of that word, means what is the meaning of that word. We have to write by our own words.
Meaning of that word that you understood in your language, right? Anyone else? Or go ahead with the same.
Ma'am, can I say?
Yes, please. Kirtan.
Ma'am, when we have to define something that ma'am, for example, we have to define the CD. So ma'am, that is the ma'am, the in the sentence in which we define the CD is called the definition.
Okay, means everyone understood what is the meaning of definition. But here it's totally opposite of definition. It's a one type of list, but it will be not use a bullets. It is not use a numbering, but it will be arranged properly. You can see here the example for that. Here there is a one sentence, CD and pen drive are arranged totally, but it's not show any numbering, any bullets. So for that purpose, if you want to show that type of web page in this type of thing in your web page, that purpose you have to use the definition list. What is the meaning of definition list? A definition list is a list of terms along with their definition or description, right? For example, here is what written: DT, storage drive devices. What will be came in the storage devices? CD and pen drive are the types of the storage devices. Means it will be show the definition. It's a look like a definition. इसके अंदर ये example हम रख सकते हैं. So that purpose you have to use the definition list. आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो कि सिंपली जो स्टोरेज लिस्ट है वो कहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहा है? After CD and pen drive are started after a one tap. जब आप स्टोरेज डिवाइस पे वन टैप लगाओगे तो वो सीडी और पेन ड्राइव की लाइन में आ जाएगी, right? So it's show the definition of storage device. If you want to show the definition of particular word, that purpose you have to use the definition list. For that you have to use the three tags. सिंपली अभी तक हम दो ही टैग्स का यूज करते थे OL UL के लिए, OL then LI, and in the UL and LI. But now you have to use the three tags if you want to show the definition of the word: DL, DP, DD, DL, DP, and the DD. What is the meaning of DL? It's a description list. DT means define the term, means for example यहाँ पे है storage device. And what is the meaning of DD? Define definition. These are the three tags that you have to use. For example, if you want to write down the definition, that purpose you can also use the definition. So let's see the example. So you can easily understood it. So firstly, I'm taking a one heading here. For the definition list, Control V, and here I'm writing the definition list. Okay, I saved it. Now, what should you have to use? You have to use the three tags. Firstly, UL में हम क्या करते हैं? UL, LI. But here you have to use first DL. After the DL, write down the DP. In that you have to write down the word which meaning you want to be displayed. For example, I'm taking the same example from the PPT. Storage device. Okay. Then after it, you have to use the last tag of the definition list, that is the DD. DD. Right? For example, CD. Close the DD. DD's work is LI. After the DD, close the second one I'm writing, pen drive. Again, close the DD. Now, close the DL. And saved it. I'm saving it. Go ahead with the web page. F5. Take it down so you can see the definition list. Storage device, CD, pen drive. For example, this is a simple type. If you want to show the type, that purpose you have to use. Now, if you want to show the definition of particular word, so I'm taking the one copy of it. in place of storage device. For example, I want to write down the definition of now. What the meaning of, anyone can tell me what is the definition of hardware? What is the definition of hardware?
What hard drive, ma'am?
Hardware.
Hardware.
Yes.
Ma'am, can I say?
Anyone?
Ma'am, can I say?
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes,
hardware
yes,
means computer peripherals.
sorry,
Ma'am, may
what?
I? Ma'am, computer peripherals. Ma'am, peripherals.
मैम
Okay,
हार्डवेयर,
okay.
मैम हार्डवेयर क्या क्या बोलना है मतलब?
Definition.
Ma'am, hardware in that written not.
Is there or not? It's so confusing.
मैम the
Ma'am,
machinery
it is
of
written
the
on that.
computer.
Ma'am, it is written on that.
Do you
Ma'am,
know what is
machinery of
the
the
meaning of? Listen to me first. Do you know what is the meaning of computer?
Ma'am, physical.
yes.
Ma'am, physical.
Yes, Krish.
And
You are right.
physical sectors.
First,
Ma'am, physical component of the computer.
the physical parts of computer is called the hardware,
Ma'am,
which you can touch and feel. Whenever we introduce the computer, that time we give the definition of that. Hardware किसे कहते हैं? Software किसे कहते हैं? What is the meaning of software?
Ma'am, software.
Ma'am, it is on the computer. We cannot touch on that. Ma'am, unwanted programs like virus.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It's not a proper definition, but okay.
Ma'am, the physical parts of computer that we can touch and feel.
Example, anyone can give me the example for the hardware?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, keyboard, mouse.
keyboard.
Ma'am, keyboard, mouse, printer.
Ma'am, keyboard. Monitor. Keyboard. Ma'am, any
Projector, printer, these all are parts of computer. Physical
ma'am, your
part
voice is cutting.
Okay, मैंने अपना फोन नीचे रख दिया था इसकी वजह से. Okay, now I'm saving it and show you the output. F5.
Guys.
And let's go ahead. So it will be show like this, hardware, then it will be show the physical full definition that you are writing. So आपने भी ऐसा ही देखा होगा वेब पेज में कि इस तरह होते ही बात, right? So for that purpose we have to use the definition list. Now last topic and last type of list, that is the nested list. Anyone can hear the word nested? किसी ने nested words सुना है कहीं पे भी?
Yes, ma'am. मैंने सुना मैम nested word.
No, ma'am, नहीं सुना, ma'am, नहीं सुना.
नहीं
No,
सुना,
ma'am,
उसको
नहीं
नहीं
सुना.
बोलना.
नहीं सुना.
मैम शायद से हमारा नेस्टेड लूप ऐसा कुछ था मैम. नेस्टेड पूल या ऐसा कुछ था मैम. नेस्टेड लूप या ऐसा कुछ था मैम. यस मैम, नेस्टेड लूप.
Very good, very nice. Means you
मैम
know.
scratch.
Yes, in the
Yes,
scratch,
ma'am.
nested
Yes,
loops
ma'am.
are there. In one, for example, if you are using the if block, in that you can also use the another for block, or the different blocks also. So it will be repeated again and again. So everyone means you know what is the meaning of nested. Means in the one block you can use the another block. In the second block you can use the third block also. This is the nested list. So in the one list you can use the another list also. वो एक लिस्ट के अंदर आप दूसरा लिस्ट भी
An
यूज कर
example
सकते हो. Not only that, you can
next
only use the OL, you can only use the UL, or you can only use the DL. That is your choice. In OL you want to show the UL, your choice. In the UL you want to show the different UL. For example, if you want to show the filled circle with the unfilled circle, that purpose you can use the UL. Let's see.
ma'am output.
Kalp, what happened?
Ma'am, I am saying, ma'am, what is list of
Sorry,
definition? Ma'am, what is the uh,
अभी तो हमने डेफिनेशन लिस्ट पूरी की ना.
yes, ma'am, yes.
अनम्यूट करके म्यूट करके फिर बस उसी में ध्यान था आपका. हाँ,
No, ma'am.
मुझे तो ऐसा ही लगा. अनम्यूट म्यूट करने में ही आपका ध्यान खत्म हो गया है. So we are taking a nested list. In one list, you can use a different one also. For example, I am using the first ON.
Ma'am, can I join from another device?
Huh?
Ma'am, can I join from another device?
Join. Choice is yours now. What should I do? Okay, taking. Can anyone tell me, for example, any OL list that you want to be displayed? कोई लिस्ट आप डिस्प्ले करवाना चाहते हो? No one is there. Okay, I'm taking my choice. In the book, there is an example of subjects. So we will take. I'm taking first heading here. H3. List of closing the H3. Also want to use the underline. So after H3, I'm writing here U tag for the underline.
Ma'am,
Yes.
मैम आप जो मैम यहाँ 1 2 3 में मैम आप मैम 37 मैम आप पहुंचे तो मैम उसके अंदर मैम आप जैसे ही क्लिक करते तो मैम सारे ऑप्शन आ जाते हैं मैम नोटपैड में.
हाँ, नोटपैड में नहीं आएंगे, नोटपैड प्लस प्लस में ही आएंगे. मैंने पहले ही बोला था.
यस मैम नोटपैड प्लस प्लस
प्लस में ही एडवांस ऑप्शन आएंगे. नोटपैड में भी प्रैक्टिकल तो परफॉर्म होगा, लेकिन ये जो एडवांस ऑप्शन दिख रहे हैं वो नहीं दिखेंगे.
Okay ma'am. Ma'am, we have to note a copy.
So we will be doing.
Okay ma'am.
We are doing one thing. Types of computer we are taking. So that is easy for me because as you are not replying me fastly. Types of computer. First type of computer. Hardware. Close the LI. Second, only 2 types I am writing. Third is the storage one. You can also use that one. This is for the example purpose, so I am taking only the 2. Okay, closing the OL. show you the first output. It's a computer. So it show the 1, 2 hardware and software. Now in the hardware, I want to use this one definition list. So I'm directly take a copy of it from here. Secondly, I will be take the same for the software. In place of hardware, I'm write here the definition. Please mute yourself.
Ma'am, in count, yeah.
What? So it will be show the definition of hardware. I request again, please mute yourself.
Ma'am, there is definition of software.
I'm writing it, Kalp. You have to wait. You have to just focus on the output, not the definition of the hardware. What I say first, I will show you, then write it. What you are done, or you have to just only focus on the where you can be disturbed first. कैसे आप डिस्टर्ब कर पाओगे, बस उस पे ही फोकस कर दो. You are not focusing on the practical or any theoretical part. The parts of computer that we can not touch and feel. It is one type of software. Sorry, it's a one type of program. Example for that. Different application name, MS Word, PowerPoint, and Open Office, etc. Saved it and show file. So you can see the both definition are there. Hardware definition is also there, software definition is also there. Now in the DL, I'm going to use the UL also. That will be show the examples for it. For example, UL heading. Once I'm writing the heading, H4 example. And using the UL, already I write the example, but want to show that. So that's why I'm again using the LI. Keyboard. Mouse. And here I'm closing the UL. You can use the attributes also. For example, I'm using here a type equals to circle.
Ma'am, if we want to use here that type is it equals to ma'am square, so ma'am can we use it?
Yes, ma'am.
Choice
Yes.
is yours. Choice is
Okay.
yours.
Okay.
I'm taking a copy of it. Got the software also. In the one li, you are using the different thing. आप एक ही li में सब कुछ यूज कर रहे हो. आपने dl भी यूज किया, ul भी यूज किया. In the ol, there is a list item. In that you are using the different things. So here I am changing the type. For example, square. And here the right the Microsoft. And here open office. Okay.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
But I'm not speaking, so how can my voice will be there? Here you have to close the end. Control S, same. There is a 2li by mistake I wrote here. I'm going to delete it. So save it. F5. And you can see the output here. In the OL, you are using the DL also, you are using the UL also. Both things you are using at the one time, right? So this is the multi-purpose thing. If you are using a two list together, if you want to use the three list together, you can use. I show you the three lists together. You can use the two also. In the book, there is only the nested list is given for the OL and UL, but you can use the DL also. So that's why I'm showing you the first DL, right? So this is the end of the chapter. 4 list types are we are learning. First OL, order list. Second is the UL, unordered list. Third is fourth is the nested list. No short form of the nested list, remember. Okay, now so we've done all the chapter. Anyone have a query for that?
No ma'am, no queries ma'am, no queries.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Well,
Just I will solve them.
ma'am, there are noise.
Share the recorded, sorry, I will be share this to you.
Ma'am, our chapter is ended.
Sorry?
Our chapter is ended ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, so our chapter is ended.
Yes, ma'am.
No one can say that when you are writing the two times the close li. Just confused why there are only one late. Done. Whenever I'm writing the code, now focus on the code. So I will be share this program to you on the WhatsApp group and also share the recorded